My name is Emeka, and I grew up in Amaifeke, a small town in Nigeria. I want to tell you about a significant event that shaped our community. It happened many years ago, but the memories are still fresh in my mind. One hot afternoon in 1967, I was playing outside with my friends. We were laughing and chasing each other around the palm trees near my house. Suddenly, we heard loud noises in the distance. It sounded like drums and shouting. We stopped playing and looked at each other, curious about what was happening. My older brother, Chinedu, ran towards the sound. I followed him, my heart beating fast. When we reached the village square, I saw a crowd gathering. People were talking and pointing at something. I squeezed through the crowd to see what was going on. In the center of the square, there was a group of men dressed in colorful clothes. They were leaders from different villages in our area. They were discussing something serious. I could see the worry on their faces. I overheard snippets of their conversation about a conflict that was brewing between our region and another. There were whispers of war, and I felt a chill run down my spine. That evening, the village chief called for a meeting. Everyone gathered under the big mango tree. The chief spoke in a strong voice. He told us about the problems we faced and urged us to stay united. He reminded us that Amaifeke was strong because of its people, and we needed to support each other. I looked around and saw my neighbors nodding in agreement. I felt proud to be part of this community. As days turned into weeks, the tension grew. The men in the village began to prepare. They made plans to defend our land if it came to that. I watched as they gathered weapons and trained in the fields. I wanted to help, but I was just a boy. My role was to support my family and learn from the adults. Then, one morning, the news came that fighting had started nearby. The adults were anxious, but they tried to keep us calm. We had to be brave. I remember my mother cooking extra food, just in case families from nearby villages needed shelter. One evening, a group of fighters returned to our village. They were tired and dirty but safe. They told us stories of bravery and how they protected our land. They spoke of friends who were lost, and the mood shifted from joy to sadness. We honored those who had fought for us, and I felt a deep sense of respect for them. In the following weeks, our community came together more than ever. We organized gatherings to share food and stories. People from different backgrounds in Amaifeke united to support one another. It was a difficult time, but we learned the importance of standing together. Eventually, the fighting stopped and peace returned. Our village slowly rebuilt what was lost. We honored those who had defended our home with celebrations and songs. The experience taught us resilience and the value of community. Years later, as I look back, I realize how that event changed Amaifeke forever. It brought us together in ways we never expected. I often share this story with my children, hoping they understand the strength in unity and the power of our shared history. Amaifeke is not just a place. It is a symbol of our courage and togetherness. Now, as I sit under the same mango tree where we held those meetings, I see the next generation playing and laughing. I hope they never have to experience such conflict, but I also hope they learn the lessons of our past. In Amaifeke, we are more than just a village. We are a family, and that bond will always keep us strong.